time for the 5th Target Series Chase race of season number 6. It's here at the Auto Club Speedway for the running of the Sony 300. It's a wild racetrack. It's going to be a wild chase race as well. On the pole, we have the 07 Alexander looking to go back-to-back. Two's outside the 78th of Riley Spurley-Tube. In third, you have Marshall Burrow. Fourth, William Seaman. Running out the top 5, Steve Larker. Then 6th, it's Justin Knight. 7th is Colton Yo. 8th is Luke Rainey. 9th, Jeff Bright and Pierron Jack rounds at the top 10. The rest of the field, Ann McDowell, your points leader with Carson Bowers in the 33. Then their second in points, Joey Trickle, is 6 points by McDowell, with Trey Rainey the 18-2s outside. Then you have Diego Yepes with Jake Galloway, Jennifer Buford and Isaac Nichols, Lawrence Palampon, and then there's Alex Stewart. Sebastian Kukulon's just outside of a one race back. He's 4th in points. Liam Bolin in the 74-2 is inside. Then you have Bill Seaman with Jonathan Buford, Eli Bright and Johnny Gardner. Then there's Code Luigi and Michael Sanders, TJ Hanley with Landon Lyons, and Andrew Miller and Anthony Lehman, Greg Lee and Danny Lloyd. Then you have Jay Jefferson, Jonathan Wong, Michael Canto, and Matt Hamill. Then Stephen Baker, he's 12 points back of the points lead. Clayton Thomas 2's outside. On the final row, Charles Robert and Max Anderson in the 99. There's your 42-car field for the Sony 300 at Homestead. At All Club. Let's get going with our starting command.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
Take a nice deep breath, buddy. Settle in, relax. Give your seatbelt slow tug and tug on your steering wheel one more time for me. Good luck, bud. We'll see you at the end of this deal.
And our 42-car field rolling off the starting grid here at the Auto Club Speedway, Fontana, California, for it should be one wild race. We'll see 3 and 4 wide basically all night. We could see a big crash or two, which could change how this race goes. Could change a lot of how the chase goes as well. 23 laps, 2 miles each time around. And McDowell leads the points. He had a great chase, but it's only by 6 points over Joey Trickle, who's trying to close in. And then you have Stephen Baker, 12 points back. He's outside of a race back, so he needs a great race here to gain points. And then Sebastian Kukulon is 13 points back. He's also barely over a race back. So pace car in 23 laps, as we mentioned. Alexander Rowe, Riley Spurley to front row. We get down the front stretch. We get to the restart zone, and we're at the line. We're racing. Colton Yo charges forward to lead lap 1, but here comes Joey Trickle. We mentioned he's 2nd in points. Down to the bottom lane for the race lead, entering turn 1 on lap 2. That 25 car could be pretty fast here tonight if he could stay out of trouble. He could be in a position to try and take over the points lead, not take it over, get closer to McDowell. Down the backstretch, looking 3 wide again. Alex Stewart in the 46 to the bottom lane trying to challenge. Bolin pushing him, and Jonathan Buford, Johnny Gardner coming forward. There's going to be a big cycle of cars coming to the front and to the back, and a fast pace. Bolin gets to the race lead, but just like that, Jonathan Buford moves to the inside 3 wide. Down the front stretch to the race, Buford going to try and lead, and may have gotten to the 74, though, at the stripe. It was pretty close. As they're now going 3 wide again, Johnny Gardner in the 89 to the bottom. Isaac Nichols behind, and here comes the 20 of Kukulon, 13 points back of the points lead. As they come off turn number 2 down the backstretch. 3 and 4 wide in the pack, 3 wide for the race lead. Kukulon moves to the inside, the 7 and the 89. There's the 41 up top, the 48 behind the 20, the 18 and the 3 coming forward as well. Kukulon clears through 3 and 4, and he's going to pull away as the 48 got a little tight down low. And back there close, Stephen Baker, 12 points back, was in a mess with the 24 and the 39. Kukulon leads lap 3. And Trey Rainey just wants something to go right for this Target Series season. He is 4 wide to the bottom for a second, looking for the race lead on his teammate Kukulon. It's getting close at the front. Hard racing, 3 and 4 wide, 5 wide to the breaking point. Down the backstretch, here comes the 3 of Lehman, the 11 of Sanders. Luke Rainey and Danny Lloyd, 2 chasers that found their way down low, trying to charge forward. The 24 and the 5 also coming forward. Anthony Lehman to the lead as they come off turn number 4. The 11 of Michael Sanders now moving down low, and look how close they are, 4 wide. 5 wide, as we mentioned, is the breaking point. Sanders leads lap 4. And Luke Rainey on the 22 looking low, 3 wide. There's a push from Danny Lloyd. That's 2 chasers lined up, and Lloyd's going to look 3 wide now. big moves being made, a lot of moves being made. Look at that pack, 4 wide all the way back. They are 4 by 4 in the pack. They're 4 wide for the race lead. Robert to the bottom. 5 of Clayton Thomas behind TJ Hanley. Max Anderson starting in the 42nd and final position. He's up inside the top 5 as they come off turn number 4, and we're going to complete 5 laps. Robert has cleared. Now he's trying to block all the lanes. TJ Hanley coming along in the 44 car. He won at Michigan, which is exactly like this racetrack. And he won another one. He won here a few seasons ago to advance to Homestead. Hanley clears for the race lead. Cole Luigi has been so close to Target Series victories before. He was closer last season in this race. And now here he is going for the race lead with a push from the 88 V-Lap right in turn 3 and 4. Oh, crash! Middle of the field! There's a car on the side made by Trey Rainey. 2 cars on their sides. There's Bolin, there's Jefferson, there's that Sanders rolling down the track. Trey Rainey rolling down the track. Synchronized flipping at the front. Cole Luigi leads it back. And we're lucky that 15-20 cars weren't involved. Yellow out as they just took lap 7. And the 2 cars that flipped rolling away. There's Jay Jefferson, there's William Bolin. And Joey Trickle's second in points could have been involved. Or he had to slam on the brakes to miss it. I do not see damage, so let's have to see what happened to bring out the caution. 2 cars go flipping, and they're both probably going to be out of this race. We mentioned how Trey Rainey needs some luck. Well, the 2 drivers that went flipping, Rainey, Trey, and the 11 of Michael Sanders, both needed great luck. Because they're down at the bottom of the points list, and right here just gets a little squeezed. The 28 may come up into the 74, and then the 18 and 11 ride the wall. Then you can see Trickle, he was down low, and he kind of just slowed down to make sure he didn't get hit. But a wild ride for the 18 Trey Rainey. He's on his side. He'll go flipping down the racetrack right here as he comes off the wall. And that's pretty ironic that 2 cars did the same thing right there. The 11 and the 18 both at the same time riding the wall and then flipping down the racetrack. And then they both rolled away as well. Look at this in real time and then from a few different camera angles. And somehow not one chaser was involved. You see all the chasers around here. The 22, the 00, the 52, the 20, the 89, the 25. There was about 5 or 6 chasers that could have been involved in this crash that somehow were able to escape it. And somehow only 4 cars sustained damage and all that. Let's from a different camera angle again. See, I think the 28 was kind of squeezing the 74 up a little bit and just got a little too high and pushed Bolin up. That's a hard crash right there. Yeah, Jay Jefferson's never had luck here at Auto Club either, so obviously once again that bad luck striking at this racetrack, and you can see the 11 and the 18 taking their similar tumbles down the racetrack. One more view of this as they approach turn 3 from the camera that's located in turn 3. Yeah, I think just the 28 kind of up into the 74 a little too high, and maybe Lehman in the 3 may have gotten sun damage there. If he did get any, it would have just been a little bit of nose damage, so he should be fine there. And then there's the 18 rolling down the racetrack. Hard tumble for Trey. As that happened, the yellow came out. Code Luigi led us back to the caution flag, much like he did last season where he was leading under the yellow. Code Luigi going to lead us back to the green flag. E-lap ran the 88 behind him in second. 13 laps of racing to go once we take the green flag. California have Code Luigi out front looking for his first Target Series victory. From that crash, Michael Sanders and William Bolin have retired. Jay Jefferson and Trey Rainey somehow still left in the race. They also have an Alexander Rowe DQ'd at some point during this caution period, so he'll be out in 41st. So for some reason, DQ'd there on the 07 car. We have 39 cars on the racetrack, about 37 without damage. Joey Trickle, second in points, is currently scored. Last car without damage in the 37th position, as Adam McDowell, your points leader, is currently scored 7th. So up front, Cole Luigi leads, Eli Bright second, Michael Canto third, Greg Lee fourth, Lawrence Pound 5th. They have Max Anderson, Adam McDowell, TJ Hanley, Justin Knight, and Stephen Baker rounding out the top 10. Cars that we've not talked about are coming up to the front as we're back racing at Auto Club. Green flag back in the air, and Cole Luigi steps on the gas to keep the race lead for now. Here comes Michael Canto to the bottom, and McDowell breaking low in the 16 car. The problem for McDowell is everyone's pretty much still left in this race, and no one's stuck behind those damaged cars, the 18 and the 20 at the back of the field. So Joey Trickle can get up to the front in a hurry, and the 16 can fall back in a hurry. I see the 28 falling back, and the 18's not even in the frame. That's how slow Trey Rainey is. See, he flipped. Somehow still left in the race. So Cole Luigi leads as Max Anderson gets to the second position. If he slides up off of 4, the 23 is going to look to the inside. Cole Luigi blocks that off nicely, so he gets down to the bottom lane. Baker right now third in points, but over a race behind the points leader at McDowell. He needs to finish ahead of the 16 to get within that range. Even if it's 1 point higher than the 16, he will be within a race. He's looking for the race lead now on Code Luigi. And Andrew Miller, he may not have a shot at the championship at this point now. He just wants to go out here and win and just prove that he deserves to be champion. He's had tough last 4 races, and it's dropped him down overall in points and in the chase point standings. So Andrew Miller out front, but Carson Bowers moves to the inside. Teammate Danny Lloyd going to make it 3 wide for the race lead down the front stretch. Give it to the 33 at the stripe. Already going 4 wide. Already contact being made. Hanley's rubbing with the Apez as they enter turn 1. That's high speed rubbing at 200 miles an hour. As Danny Lloyd leads, here comes Burrow on the 4 to the inside. Challenging down the back stretch. See how the pack is still here. Here comes the 24 Charles Robert, the 00 of William Seaman coming forward. Isaac Nichols in the 7, the 98 of Bill Seaman. Burrow moves high. Here comes the 24 down low for the lead. They power off turn 4. Oh, the 7 with an issue. Isaac Nichols to the apron. Now this could be bad. We saw in the truck race a truck bounced off that wall and came up. Nichols hits the wall, comes up into the wall. No yellow yet. We're still racing. 28 is on pit road. There's Trey Rainey coming around. Does the 7 golf racetrack before? That's an issue. He does. No yellow yet. We're still racing. Seaman leads. Now here comes Stephen Baker back to the inside. The 9. Justin Knight coming forward. We're coming to 9 laps of racing to go, and they do have the 18 to deal with ahead. Trey Rainey very slow. They're definitely going to catch him unless the yellow comes out. Justin Knight leads. He has a push from Jonathan Buford and McDowell back to the bomb. 41 blocks the 16 to the inside he goes. McDowell coming through. He's up to 2nd now. He might be looking for the race off turn 2. Here he comes to the bomb lane. You want to be leading when you catch the 18. You want to have somewhere to go. You want to be clear. And we'll see who has it. The 18 is very slow in 3 and 4. 172. These drivers are barely going below 200. Right there, you can see the slowest the 16 was 196. So Adam McDowell gets up front to lead. He's trying to block Code Luigi. Andrew Miller is right now 3rd. The 16 moves up. Here comes the 42 to the bomb. Shuffling further back in the pack. They know they're going to catch this 18. When do they catch him in this lap? Could be down the backstretch. As 2 California names right now. 1-2. Code Luigi leads. Riley 32 up to 2nd. They're running down the 18 Trey Rainey. It's going to be in the middle of 3 and 4. Where does Code Luigi go? Which lane's going to work? Luigi into the 18. Slows there. And McDowell around the outside. Can he get it clear? He does. Buford Bowers also around. The 78 gets around the inside. Goes. Luigi got slowed up. And now Buford for the race lead. And the 18's getting held up. The 18's holding up the field big time. They are 4 wide trying to get around him. It's Miller that's gotten held up. Andrew Miller. The luck still not on his side. As he's dropping back. Kukulon's dropping back. He was 13 points out. Lloyd, Luke, Rainey were back here. Rainey won this race last season. Landon Lyons. So many chasers getting blocked by the 18 Trey Rainey. And Miller is still stuck. Kukulon's still stuck. Finally, they'll move around. Kukulon still can't. He jumps down to the bottom. Can these two try and latch on and get something left? See how spread out the field is now. As we look, Joey Trickle has found his way through this field. He's up inside the top 5 now. Coming to 5 to go. And McDowell dropping back on the outside. Up front, John Buford leads. Spray tube to the inside for 2nd in that 78 car. Jonathan Buford trying to hold him off. We're coming to 5 laps left in the Sony 300 lap car. Shouldn't be an issue at this point. Buford and Spray tube side by side. Trickle up to 3rd in the 25 car. Can he gain enough points on Adam McDowell? But here he goes, going to get put to the middle. Jonathan Wong to the bottom of the 48 car. 5 laps left, yellow would end it. Spray to the race lead. Jonathan Wong in the 48 looking low. Here comes the 19 forward of Jake Galloway. Matt Hamill in the 8. Marshall Burrow in the 4. So many drivers that need wins, that could use wins for their seasons. Coming up to the front, and they have 4 laps left, 8 miles left to try and win and just get a victory in the Target Series. A very elusive win for so many drivers. Galloway moving to the inside, 3 wide. That's for 2nd. Joey Trickle trying to emerge in the middle. They're going to go 4 wide for the 2nd position. It could be 3 wide for the race lead. Matt Hamill in the 8, 4 wide for 2nd. He's charging hard on the 48, Jonathan Wong. There's only 4 laps left, and with how they're racing, this could be the final lap of the race. Marshall Burrow in the 4. To the bottom. Cole Luigi trying to slot in line in front of the 39. He does that nicely. We're coming to 3 laps left. The 42's teammate leads. And Luigi might want to make it a CGR 1-2 at the front. Cole Luigi for 2nd. 3 wide. The 39 pushing. 3 laps left now. Look at the 48 out front. Here comes Luigi. Look at Pound Pond, the 39 charging hard. Can the 42 block him off? He does. He's looking low. 3 cars, breakaway, single file, 3 to go. Cold Luigi on the back of the 48 to Jonathan Wong. Pound Pond goes low, but has no help. Can Luigi duck low? He stays in line for now. There he goes to the bottom. For the race lead, 2 teammates side by side. Cold Luigi wants to clear and get out front. He wants to be controlling the lanes. He's clear. 2 laps left, 4 miles. Cold Luigi leads at Auto Club. Lord Pound Pond now coming. Does that 39 break low in 1 and 2? He stays in line for now. Does the 48 get low? He couldn't. Here comes Gregory in the 6. Off of 2. Cold Luigi leads a single file train behind. Pound Pond with no help, but he has the draft off the 42. We're coming to the white flag in the Sony 300. Wong breaks low in the 39 Pound Pond. He gets beside him in 3 and 4. Here comes the 0 of Yepes. Stephen Baker coming forward, trying to gain points on McDowell and Trickle. We're coming to the white flag in the Sony 300. Cold Luigi leads his teammate and a battle behind. White flag, last lap. They're 3 wide for a second. Yepes to the middle. He thinks that might be his best shot. Into turn 1. Wong trying to get underneath his teammate Cold Luigi. The 42 blocks it off. 2 DC Solar Chevrolets down the backstretch for the final time. Can Wong break low? Can Luigi hold him off? Yepes, does he have a shot at this? Can Eli Bright, Stephen Baker? Wong looks to the inside, 3 and 4. Here he comes on his teammate. Side by side off of 4. Jonathan Wong. Last lap pass on his teammate. It's going to get him to victory lane. Jonathan Wong wins the Sony 300 in last lap pass. Heartbreak again for Cold Luigi at Auto Club. And his teammate does it. Jonathan Wong wins here at Auto Club. And Yepes snatches second at the last second. Can you believe what you just saw? Jonathan Wong steals it from his teammate Cold Luigi in 3 and 4 to win. Let's go check the finish results. Here are the finish results from the Sony 300 at the Auto Club Speedway. There was 1 caution flag for 4 laps and 13 lead change among 11 different drivers. Jonathan Wong wins the race after starting 35th. He passes his teammate in the last lap. Diego Yepes snipes second from Luigi at the end. Code falls to 3rd, leading the most laps 8. And just like last season, barely misses out winning here at Auto Club. That Target Series win has to be coming soon for that 42 team. Eli Bright 4th. Stephen Baker gains a ton of points with a 5th place finish. Jeffrey Buford in 6th. Lawrence Pound Pond 7th. Justin Knight 8th. Danny Lloyd with a great finish. 9th, and he could possibly be getting on the points. And Charles Robert rounds out the top 10. There's your top 20. And McDowell, decent day, finishes 16th. That was the 5th highest chaser, so he did not lose points. He lost points to Stephen Baker and obviously Danny Lloyd, but he gained points on Joey Trickle as Trickle finishes down here in the 20s. Look down 21st, 4th. There's the 25, 24th. They're just getting shuffled at the end. And then 3 cars that lost the draft because of the lap car, the 18 turn Rainey, Kukulon, Miller, and Luke Rainey. 3 chasers that had nothing, they had nowhere to go when that 18 Trey Rainey was bestowed upon the pack. Trey Rainey ended up a lap down. He was almost 2 laps down at the end. Jay Jefferson 2 laps down. So he came down pit road for an issue. Nichols, remember, crashing in the pit while Bullen had a piston issue. Remember when he was in that crash, and then Alexander DQ'd from the pole, and Michael Stairs out from that crash as well. Right side of the point standings, Adam McDowell in a great chase. It's going to be hard to beat him, but Danny Lloyd, as we mentioned, every driver can afford 1 or 2 or even 3 bad races. Lloyd had a bad race last race at Phoenix. He's looking now to rebound. He's had a pretty consistent chase so far. Try and close in. Joey Trickle, he's had a few bad races. Is Adam McDowell going to have a bad race? We have 5 races left in the chase. We're halfway through now. Will McDowell have a bad race, or will he be able to just keep this consistency going throughout the season, throughout the next 5 races? It'll be interesting to see. So we look ahead to the next race, which could be another wild one. It'll be held at Texas, the Nationwide 300. I'll see you guys then.